everyone, bit of a different video from me today. I want to talk about the traffic on the M23 going towards Brighton. I'm not going as far as Brighton, I'm getting off at Gatwick Airport. But I'll show you what I mean, why we have so much traffic on this little stretch of road when we don't really have to. It's just bad planning and a bit of bad driving. I will also be answering some of the questions that keep popping up every video that I do, so they'll be on here too. So keep an eye out for them if you've asked questions and I haven't replied yet. So, getting back to this. Right, nice big sign. It tells us there that the A23 goes to Gatwick, but it also tells us that lanes 1 and 2 go to Gatwick as well. So there's no need for that van to pop over to the left-hand side. Not that he's going to. I'm just using him as an example. Now there's a big clue. Queues on the slip road. Something you've got to look out for later on. As this is a smart motorway. Yeah, smart. It's not very smart. There's no hard shoulder. But that's not part of the problem here. Now you can see that there's another sign there that clearly says that you can get to Gatwick from lane 2. You don't have to move over to my lane. And again, but look, we're looking at this one here. This one clearly says that you can go to Brighton and Crawley by being in lane 2. But we've just had a sign saying that there's queues on the slip road. So use your head and move over to the right. The middle lane Haugen brigade won't like that, but there's queues. There's another sign there saying that there's queues on the slip road. So the chances are, if you're in lane 2 as you're looking at it now, you are going to be held up if you're not coming off for Gatwick. So move over. There's another sign showing you it. So there's the clues. The clues are there, you know, to get over where that coach is if you are going straight on. And once you've passed the junction, then just move back over to the left. You're out of all the trouble that's coming up. Because my lane is now, like it said, a queue. But you will also get a queue in lane 2 because it comes off as well, just a little bit further down. You may have sensed that I don't like smart motorways. It's supposed to be a smart motorway. It's just said that there's queues ahead, but the signage is saying national speed limit. It shouldn't be. If they know that there's queues ahead, why is it saying that? This is not just about not having a hard shoulder. Now, while we're in some traffic, I'm going to answer a few of your questions that keep popping up. What dash cam do I use? It's this one down here. It's at the bottom of the screen there. But there it is on Amazon's website. I would check and see if there's a newer version of it myself, because they do change quite regularly. I've probably gone through about 6 or 7 dash cams myself since I've been doing this channel. So have a little look there. The prices vary quite a bit as well. And when I say I've gone through probably 6 or 7 dash cams, I mean I've upgraded. Not that they've broken all the time. Sometimes they've broken, but I've upgraded basically all the time. Now, what car do I drive? I drive a Kia e-Niro, fully electric. It's my first ever electric car, and it's really nice, I've got to say. What do I do for a living? I'd rather not say. That's the only question I'm not going to say. My profile picture of a taxi driver, that's my son's taxi, not mine. So it's a little bit of a red herring there. But since I've been doing this channel, I have probably done about 3 or 4 different jobs. So, and it's all revolving around driving. So I'll just say I'm a driver. Right, here comes the idiot that doesn't know how to read any road signs that we've just seen. I've pointed them all out. And how dangerous is that? A great big lorry behind her. And you can't see it on the camera, but I can see it with my eyes, that she was laughing. She actually thought it was funny to put everybody at risk in her car. And this is another reason why I said to be in the middle lane when lanes 1 and 2 both go off at the junction. You're better off in the middle lane, out of the way of it. I know the middle lane brigade will not like me saying that, but the truth is you're safer there. Just as long as you don't spend all day out there, just come back as soon as it's safe to do so. Now, what editing software do I use? I use CapCut, which I've used loads of paid ones and free ones and everything, but I find this one is the best. I find it quick, easy, so easy to use, and it's free. It's free at the moment anyway. And it does little things like this as well without too much effort. There are better ones, more expensive ones. DaVinci Resolve is really good as well. That's free as well, but it's very, very technical compared to CapCut. So I recommend CapCut. Now we'll speed it up here a little bit to get closer to the junction. And as we get closer to the junction, you'll see that my slip road and the lane 1 next to me, that's starting to become a slip road. Now, this is part of the thing that I'm saying about the middle lane. If you were going straight on and you were in the inside lane, you would be knackered now. You'd be stuck where you don't want to be and finding it hard to get out and get around these vehicles. So that's part of what I'm saying about being in the middle lane. Right, we'll speed it up again. And in a little while you'll see that we are coming up to a junction with a roundabout at the top of it. And there is only one exit that you would really be taking if you're coming off here. And it would be going to Gatwick Airport. Not unless you want to go back onto the same road that you were on, or back onto the same road that you were on going the opposite direction. So we're all going right. Basically, where that arrow says Gatwick Airport, that is where we will all be going, or should all be going, unless you're going the wrong way. You've made a mistake somehow. So we'll speed it up again, because we're getting close to what the video was originally all about, was traffic on this road, the M23, and why it's there. You've seen all the hundreds of cars behind us, the 100 cars in front of us, and this is why. You've got traffic lights on a roundabout. There's 4 cars that have just gone past there. 4 cars. And we've been waiting with hundreds of cars to come off at this junction because of 4 cars. I've not paused it. It's still running. They've still got a green light. Wait for it. A 5th car. 5 cars. We've waited all that time in traffic for 5 cars to come past on a roundabout that's on traffic lights. Does that roundabout really need traffic lights on? How much smoother would that M23 be without traffic lights? And just to show you that it's not like they're holding the traffic up on the motorway because of this, the A23 going into Gatwick, this is also empty. They've held everybody up on the motorway for no fucking reason whatsoever. And yes, I'm in the middle lane, but I'm in the middle lane for a reason, because I know it goes into a slip road going off to the terminal, and I'm not going to that terminal. So there you have it, my take on why there is so much traffic on the M23 by Gatwick Airport, because of the traffic lights at the roundabout. No need for them, not for 5 cars. It's ridiculous. And just to show you why I'm in the middle lane, the left goes to the south terminal and I want to go to the north terminal, which is straight on. So there you have it. Keep watching, because I will show you the other reason why you shouldn't have traffic lights on a roundabout. Okay, this is not the same junction, but I'm using this one as an example. There's a junction just behind me. It's got traffic lights on a roundabout up there. Now when it goes green, they all come down the slip road all too close like that and expect people to move out. Well, I can't move out because I want the next junction on. Now you'll see that the queue starts pretty much now. So I couldn't move out and neither can anyone else. But that's the problem with having traffic lights on a roundabout at a junction. We've seen it from both sides now. And just to show you, I'm just running this on now, just to show you that you can see the queue. So I was waiting in why I couldn't pull out. So rant over. Thanks for watching everyone.